I just watched Dreamy Euphony, which is an amazing online concert by Honkai Impact 3rd. And in the concert, they used a ton of virtual reality film production to make you feel like you're in the game. And seeing how cool the virtual reality actually looked got me thinking, how does this affect the future of film editing and just production in general when we're able to film literally anywhere, wherever we want? And you might be thinking, Jordan, it's kind of weird. Why are you talking about Honkai Impact 3rd? You don't normally talk about video games. And that is true. I don't. Normally on this channel, we like to talk about music videos, but I was contacted by Honkai and they asked me to react to their live concert. So I did so, and boy was my mind blown when I saw the virtual reality sets. So I'm excited to dive into virtual reality with you guys, and thank you so much Honkai Impact 3rd for sponsoring this video. If you guys are interested in learning more about the game, hit the link in the description and you can download it now. The thing I love about Honkai is it's a hugely story-based video game, and the music and the story are so imbued in the concert. So it would be a disservice if I don't tell you a little bit about the storyline and how it's woven throughout the concert. So 50,000 years ago, civilization was actually more advanced than it is now. They had all kinds of technology. They were flying spaceships, flying cars, and everything was great until the Honkai came in. Honkai is chaos in its purest form. And basically the Honkai is this magical force which prevents humanity from advancing so much that they're gonna destroy themselves. Honkai can appear in monsters or be expressed as plagues. And last of all, Honkai can be expressed as a Hersha. They're the bad guys, and they are sent to Earth to exercise Honkai's will. They, manifested by the Honkai, are the big problem that we're trying to fight against in the game. Hi, my name is Jordan Orm. I'm a professional film editor for artists like these guys, and let's dive into how virtual reality actually works. The easiest, most basic way to explain how it works, you combine reality with a game engine. There, now they're combined. You actually take a physical camera, usually on a real set or a green screen set, and what happens is you take a digital camera that's flying around a digital world and you track it perfectly to the physical camera. Once the two cameras are married, you can fly both the virtual and real camera around and put real subjects in virtual spaces. Now, when virtual reality started, people would film on a green screen so they could key out the subject and put a virtual background behind them. And now this has been taken up to another level with the virtual production of The Mandalorian. They created what's called a volume, which is essentially a giant LED screen that will project pre-rendered VFX backgrounds so that the filmmakers and actors can act and react in real life lighting situations. There's no need for rotoscoping, no need for green screen, because right when you hit cut on the camera, the shot is completely done. And this combination of real actors and virtual backgrounds is becoming so common that over COVID-19, there was a comedy series for the BBC that was filmed entirely virtually. They didn't have a ton of money, so they ended up going the green screen route and used a virtual reality tracker called the Vive Tracker. They stuck that on their camera, and then they were able to match their virtual camera with their physical camera. That's exactly what Honkai Impact 3rd did in their virtual concert, Dreamy Euphony. So I want to take you through some of my favorite moments from this 1-hour concert and break down the editing and how they actually used camera tracking to put real people inside of their game. So the concert begins with our girl Alicia introducing us to this virtual dreamland that they created, and bro, it is a dreamland. Check it out. It's so crazy, bro. We have an anime character in a game mixed with live action. Now, it literally looks like they're floating on top of a lake in some dreamland. And the thing that impresses me the most is how the camera is able to track the real people and the virtual reality sets exactly the same. So what that means is they have advanced motion capture literally attached to the camera, and they're able to track that information and match that with a virtual camera in their game engine. And you can create perfectly smooth shots with complicated camera moves. Wow. Yes, triangle, bro. Freaking love the triangle. You're not gonna wanna miss how this concert finishes. It's absolutely insane. So now to take us behind the scenes, this is what the set actually looks like that they were recording all of this music on. So you see they have an LED screen behind them, and they also have an LED screen on the floor. And so they're not using a green screen to key them out, they're actually having LED screens all around them. So this is more so like what The Mandalorian did with the volume, except it isn't all encompassing. They still have wide shots like we can see here that aren't covered by LED screens. And so if they're actually gonna move all of these live performers into the game engine, they do need to key them out, and they can't just rely on the screen to be pixel perfect and the shot's gonna be done. There is some post-production work that does need to be going into making this, and that's why you don't see every single song being immersed in virtual reality.
When a dream
Like, look at this, bro. This is absolutely insane. We're literally in the game. And more so than just tracking the camera movement, they're actually matching the focal length as well. So when we're going to a really long lens where the background is really blurred out, you see that as blurred out. What would make it look fake is if the background is completely clear and we don't get that super shallow depth of field that a long lens would normally have. And so because we're using such a variety of focal lengths, it literally feels real. And my suspicion is that when we're on this long lens like this, we're not seeing a whole lot of the background. So my guess is that this is actually the LED screen. You can see that the background is flickering a little bit as if it was an LED screen. But when we cut to the wide shots, all of these shots are actually replaced with the game engine. It's crazy, bro. It's so dope. And bro, they even went so far as to replace the platform that they're standing on. You can literally have them flying on a plane with virtual reality sets and camera tracking. I am so shook. And what impresses me the most is the fact that they're not only able to just put a platform under them that's different, but they're able to create a texture on it. So look at this. We have the reflection of all of the people who are playing, which makes it look like it's grounded in reality. I honestly am not a VFX artist, and I don't know how they did this, but this is what really sells it to me that they're standing on a real object. Even though we know that it's fake, it actually looks like they're so grounded in reality when we see little details like reflections. And I love how they make it look like the plane is tilting by actually just using the tracking data that they're getting in the camera and by tilting the camera. So the illusion is that our perspective remains normal and the whole set is tilting because they've replaced the background. The things that you can do with virtual reality filming is absolutely insane. I am so shook. And it's only gonna get better from here. That's the scary thing. I like how they added some wind to make it look like they're on a plane and there's some wind. They added some fans, made her wear flowy clothes. The flowy clothes were very intentional. So sick, bro. This virtual reality set also blew my freaking mind. My favorite thing is when the stage area is actually confined to a small section and you can actually see the parallax of the stones behind them when the camera moves from side to side. So it literally looks like they're on this giant mesa in the middle of the clouds. If they walked to the edge, they would for sure fall off. Like, look at that. We could for sure just fall right off. These shots are so impressive to me. The parallax from the background, oh, so good. Lastly, oh, here's Moon Halo. They're having fans and captains actually sing this song. They literally sent in their own iPhone videos. Holy frick, this is crazy. The animators of this scene had their work cut out for them. So the difference between virtual reality filmmaking and this one is this is actually entirely virtual. There's no reality based in this whatsoever. Everything was pre-planned, pre-animated, pre-shot inside of the game engine with a virtual camera. The only thing that's real is the iPhone videos that the developers had to animate in and animate out and choreograph all around the scene. Wow. That is so much work to put all of these videos in. That's crazy. If this is how good it is now, I cannot wait to see how they use virtual reality in the future.